Hello everyone, so today I am here to share with you guys a couple of last minute DIY gift ideas, and these are for anybody who hasn't had time, for anybody who's procrastinated. They're very simple, and the only reason one of them will take a little bit longer is because you have to let the glue dry, but the others should be done within half an hour. And just to let you guys know, I did get the majority of the stuff that I used in this video at Michael's. No, I am not being sponsored by them, I'm just letting you know. Everything there that is Christmas themed is 60% off right now. But yeah, so I hope you guys all enjoyed, and let's go ahead and get into the video. For this DIY, you're going to need some ornaments, some tissue paper, and some glitter stickers. So the first step is to write whatever you want on the ornament, so it could be a name or a date or anything special, and just make sure that you're pressing down hard enough on the sticker so that when you're actually giving it away, it still says whatever you wanted it to say. Walking through a crowd of village. The second and final step to making these is to fill it, and I used one full sheet of white tissue paper for this. I just kind of ripped it up into smaller pieces to make the process a little bit easier, and then I also used the back of a paintbrush to make it easier, and that way you're also able to kind of move it around once it's inside so you can make it look exactly the way you want it to. For my second DIY, you're going to need some dish soap, some glitter, something to catch all the excess glitter in, and some ornaments. The first step for this is to take off the lid of the ornament and then fill it with dish soap, and I've done this with multiple kinds, so you should be able to use whatever type that you have at your house already. And so you're going to put quite a bit in there and move it around until it has coated the entire inside of the ornament. And now it's time to fill the inside of the ornament with a ton of glitter and then shake it up to make sure that the entire inside is coated. And then, because glitter can be kind of expensive, let's be honest, you can take all of the excess glitter that's inside the ornament and pour it right back into the container. Stand there like a ghost, shaking from the rain. For the memory cube, you're going to need a cube, which I had already painted mine white, some Mod Podge, some pictures, and then anything to cut the pictures out with. So obviously the first step to this is to cut out all of the pictures and then decide how you want them placed on the cube. So now, taking the Mod Podge and the foam brush, you're going to completely coat the face of the cube and then place whatever picture you want down on it. And once you're done with that, just make sure it's in the right place. I took some tracing paper, but you could also take parchment paper or any sort of paper. I just prefer those because you can see through it, so you can see what you're doing. And a roller, or just your hands if you don't have a roller, and push down to make sure that all of the edges are completely glued down. Once you've placed all 6 pictures on the cube, you're going to let it dry for about 5 to 10 minutes just to make sure that the pictures are completely in place. So once I left the cube to dry, I came back and had to trim one of the sides, so I just used an X-Acto knife for this, but if you measure the pictures ahead of time, then this shouldn't be a problem. My cube just seemed to be a tad bit lopsided. So before I added the finishing touches to the cube, I kind of went over it with my fingers just to make sure that there wasn't any dust or razor particles or anything else that could have been on my desk. And then I got tons of Mod Podge and put it on the cube vertically to the picture so that I can make sure that it was completely covered, and then I went back over it horizontally to make sure that there weren't any thick lines, because when it comes to Mod Podge, those thick lines will actually they'll stay there once the glue dries, so it's really important to make sure that there aren't any really thick lines going through someone's face or something like that. So I split this process in half and did the top and 2 of the sides, and then I let that dry for about an hour or 2, and then I went back and did the remaining 3 sides. And this is because if you do all 6 at once, then whatever side it's left on will get stuck to whatever material it's left on, so that could obviously ruin your pictures, and that's not a very good thing. So just to be safe, I did it in 2. And then after that, I let it dry for the rest of the day, but you should be fine waiting about a couple hours to wrap it. Party girls, don't get hurt. So for my personal favorite DIY, you're going to need a mason jar, a hot glue gun, some festive paper, some twine and a tag if you want to add one, some puppy chow, and some green and red M&Ms. So the first part to this is to take the lid off of the mason jar and then trace it onto the back of the festive paper that you have, and then cut that out and hot glue gun it into place. So to make sure that the two pieces of the lid stay together, you're going to glue gun those in place, but just be careful with this because obviously the glue is hot and obviously you can feel the heat to the metal, so yeah, just be careful. And now it is time to fill your mason jar with your Nutella puppy chow, and this stuff is literally the bomb. It is so good. I will have the link to my blog post that has the recipe in the description box so you guys can make exactly the one that I have here. And then you're also going to fill it with some M&Ms to make it look a little bit more festive and add some color to it. So this is a really great present. I think honestly anybody would love it if they like Nutella because it tastes like Nutella and it's so great, and it's so good. And then to make it even more festive, I got this really cute Christmas tag that my mom actually made and tied it on with some twine. So if you guys want to get these exact tags, I will have the link to her website in the description box down below as well. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and if you liked it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. I hope you all have a great winter break, and no matter what you celebrate, that you're able to have fun and sit on the couch and binge watch Netflix. I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye everyone. I want to grow a natural beard.
I power walked to the mall to buy my beer baby.